TU Dublin. They also met in the final this time last year, and it was the Garda College who won by 15 points to 10. In fact, TUD have lost the last 2 finals, so they're hoping not to make that 3 in a row of losing finals. It is the TUD boys out there with their captain, number 6. Actually, we're on the Garda College players warming up at the moment there in the 2 shades of blue, the navy and then the lighter blue in their jerseys. So that's the Garda College off to our right there, the holders of this competition. In fact, they've won it 4 times. They won it way back in 1995 when their captain was a John Cooper from Wexford. They won it in 2017. Their captain was Pádraig Maher from Tip. 2020 they won it. Ronan Maher was their captain when he won it then, and of course they won it last year as well. But it is TU Dublin here to try and stop them. They have won it once, way back as DAT in 1994, but they have been knocking on the door the last 2 years. So the captains are out in the middle. Number 6 for TU Dublin, and that is Ryan Malone from Coola. And the captain for Garda College is Podge Delaney, number 8 from the Harps in Laois. We will go to the teams to get them in for the start of the game, which is at 1:45, which isn't that far away. So we should go to the teams now and start with the Garda College and give you their team. I saw them yesterday beating Ulster University, and they were impressive. Dara O'Leary, number 7 from Watergrass Hill in Cork, excellent player. Cian Boyle from Castleknock at 13 really stood out, took some super scores and a super goal. He's got a great hand on him, great finish and pace as well. So those 2 to watch. Other than that, Keith Dervin from Galway is number 2. He's the vice captain. Then you like Jake Cooper from Wexford at number 5. And then I mentioned in 1995, when they won this, their captain was a John Cooper from Wexford. I wonder, is there a connection there? I didn't think of checking that earlier. Maybe there is. Maybe it's just a pure coincidence. Other than that, you have Kieran Kerwin from Glenmore and Waterford is at number 14. Dara Dooley, Kilkenny at number 10. Ronan Malloy, 12. He's a Clare man. So a spread round all of those counties. Mark O'Connell at 4 is a Cork man. Lots of tip men in Wexford. And the captain, as I say, is from Laois. Let's look at the TU Dublin team next then. Their manager, Pat McAvenue, I think that is pronounced. His coach is Mick Carton. They're in the white with the navy across the top. They've 6 Wexford, 7 dubs. In fact, make that 8 dubs now, because Kieran Derwin, number 31, has come in at midfield. So he is coming in. I'm not sure if he'll play there or not, but he's definitely coming into the starting 15 from yesterday. He did play in the final last year as well. So 6 Wexford, 8 dubs, and 1 Kilkenny man, and that is Brian Hayes, the number 10. Or no, that's not. It's that's the Kilmacud Crooks man, Brian Hayes. It's number 5, Conor Heary from O'Loughlin Gales in Kilkenny. Other than that, looking around the team, you have, who else? Richie Lawler is Wexford man at number 14. Tomas Kinsella at 11 is Wexford. At midfield, Liam Garrigan is from Lucan Sarsfields. That is the number 8 there. And in the semi-finals yesterday, they beat Ulster University 116 to 115. As I say, in the final last year, they won this 0-15 to 0-10. So they are looking to retain the title. And they are in the white. Game nearly ready to start. The referee is Niall Malone from Clare. And on the line, we have Jarlath Donnellan and Eamon McSivna. And what else can I tell you? Adrian Egan is across Garda College. It is the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final. You see both of the huddles in the shot there. A nice shot. And we are on Higher Education GAA YouTube. Just to clarify, if you don't know, this is the level 2, if you like, below the Fitzgibbon Cup. The final of that this afternoon, live in TG Car here at the Connacht Centre of Excellence in Beacon. But this, the second level, the Ryan Cup final, it's been going since 1977, would you believe? And it's a fine competition, and obviously some very, very fine hurlers take part in it as well. TU Dublin, well, they have 4 lads actually from the Falls Club in Dublin, by the way. 2 starting and 2 in the sub. So you get that kind of thing with clubs. In fact, there's lads from the same club on opposition teams here. I will welcome your comments on the YouTube. You're very welcome to send those in. I also noticed one Kilkenny GAA mentioned their players who are all involved. So they have Dara Dooley from Connacht Shamrocks, Brandon Phelan from Galmoy, Luke Holohan from Lisdowney, Conor Heary, as I say, from O'Loughlin Gales, Dylan Carey from Gowran. So they have 5 lads. So a lot of interest down there in Kilkenny in this game. And also in the YouTube chat there from HWH Bunclody. They say the very, very best of luck to our players, Derry Mahon and Kieran Regan. Derry Mahon is the goalkeeper for TU Dublin. They are lining out for TU Dublin today, and we are underway with the 2025 Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final, and that is the number 11 I told you to watch out for, Darragh O'Leary, and he's put it into the other man I told you to watch out for, that is Cian Boyle. And has he scored right away? He has. Well, I told you, 13 seconds. I didn't think they'd make an impact that quickly, but they have. It was that connection. It was that connection, Darragh O'Leary and Cian Boyle. 1 point and no score for the Garda College right away at the start of this game. That's TU Dublin's number 5, Conor Heary, trying to get possession, but now it's become a bit of a ruck. And speeding away, it is the number 17 for Garda College, and that's Dylan Walsh, Tipperary man. And swung there by Kieran McCormick. Has he got a score? No, it's gone over to the left, and Kieran Kerwin unable to keep it in. So yeah, number 17 you'll have noticed there, and number 18 out there for Garda College as well. I'm saying that's Declan Hayes. So 2 tip men starting the game that we didn't know about. Well, certainly they weren't in the 1 to 15. They may have played a bit yesterday, probably did, but they are starting 17 and 18 tip men. Dylan Walsh, Declan Hayes, and this is Ronan Malloy, their number 12, winning that free. He's from Tulla in Clare. So a decent start, even though it's only been 1 minute for Garda College, playing from left to right. And Jake Cooper. I wonder if anybody knows on the YouTube live chat, is there any connection between Jake Cooper from Wexford and the John Cooper who captained the Garda College to their first ever Ryan Cup in 1995? I know it's a bit of a long shot, but we'll try it. The goalkeepers come out to take this. That's Darragh Ryan, another tip man from Ross Cray. He uses the big boss on his hurl to give that everything and put it right in there. No breeze really to talk about. There's a bit of a breeze coming across into our faces, but it's died at the moment and wouldn't have helped him. Referee just watching to see what happens in there, what develops, and eventually TU do clear their lines. The hurl goes to ground and they get a free out. I say number 21 there for TUD, by the way. That's Brian Dunn. He's from Raheny. So another change to the starting lineup on the TUD side. Obviously these boys playing 2 games in 2 days, which is quite demanding. Could be all sorts of knocks from yesterday. So that's why you need the big squad, and they have a big squad. TUD, they've named 33 in the programme. Tough game yesterday against Ulster University for Garda College, winning 116 to 115. Pushed all the way. This is O'Leary doing well, using his strength and skill. Shane O'Brien from Loughrea puts it right in there, and it's taken in the full forward line by the full forward Kerwin. And this is Boyle looking for his second score, and another fine score. Well, he's a good finisher, but he can also win his own ball and finish. But on that occasion it was presented to him, and he wasn't going to miss from there. And the man from Castleknock has scored both. After 3 minutes they lead by 2. And it's Garda College in the navy and blue who are dominating in the first 3 minutes. Spreading the ball around. That's a lovely crossfield ball, and beautifully taken as well by Dylan Walsh. And off he goes. He's got past his man. He's through here. Should be able to take a score. Actually, he slips it out to Kieran McCormick, and that really wasn't a great option. 1, he didn't get it, and 2, the angle would have been very bad. I thought he was maybe just going to take his own score. So that's an opportunity missed for Garda College. TUD's number 4 is Finn Murphy, another of their dubs. I'm not sure if he was going for the first man there or the second, but he's got the second one, and that is James O'Brien, one of the men from the Foz in Dublin. Nice little dummy solo there by the captain, Ryan Malone, and then drills it right down into the corner. But is it going to stay in? No, just goes over the line behind that pillar down on the left hand side here. Cool day as you would expect in the middle of February, but as I say, no rain and only a gentle breeze, so decent enough conditions for the time of year for a game of hurling. We started here on Wednesday with a Trench Cup final on this very same pitch. Beautiful connection, got great height and distance on the sideline cut, and it's been picked up now by Malloy, and he speeds away, and he's Going to give it to Walsh. Will he take his own score this time? He didn't a minute ago from a better position, and he might have nailed that from right over on the sideline, and he has. That's a brilliant score by the tip man. Well, it was presented to him by Malloy. He had a lot to do, but that's a great score. 3-0 after 5 minutes. Garda College, as I say, holders of the competition. Before that they won it in 2020, but then with COVID, of course, came along, so they have a good record in the last 5 years or so. And if you go back to 2017 when Pádraig Maher was the captain, and then Ronan Maher in 2020, so most years that they've competed in it in the last 6, 7, 8 years, they've won it or come very close. And they're starting very well here, and Walsh is coming over to dig this. Got one from play a moment ago. They've had 3 from play. He's lining this one up, and it's central. Goalkeeper took one a minute or two ago, but it was a fair bit further back. So I think he should maybe just have the distance here, just about. Let's see if he can get it over. Dylan Walsh. No. Remains 3-0 score, and TUD need to get a grip in this game. They need to get a foothold. Easier said than done against a fine Garda team. Good distance on the puck out though. They need to win this. They haven't won many of these, and they've been turned over and dispossessed quite easily. 31 is Cian Derwin. Now the effort from distance. Is that going to go all the way? And it is, and it's their first score of the game. And it's James O'Brien from Foss in Dublin. 1 of 4 from that club in the squad for TU Dublin, and they did need that. That is a foothold that they needed. So 3-1. And that's just going to go where it was kept in. No, it wasn't. Tony Coffey has messaged on the YouTube live chat. Thank you, Tony, for that nice message. He's appreciating the coverage, which has been made available thanks to Higher Education GAA, who control and organise all of the games in this particular 4-day festival here at Beacon. Great to have the live stream available. Just wish years ago we'd had a live stream of some of those classic games back in the day. Another good sideline cut, and I think that was the conditions affecting that challenge. The 2 players slipping there, and it's a free, and you see the lines person there trying to settle the divot there, and it's going to be James O'Brien, who I think it was him, got that last score. So 2 lines person today. I think that's Jarlath Donnelly on this side, and Eamon McSidna I think is on the far side. I think that's Eamon. We're right behind this one. Got a great shot of this. Should be able to see if it goes over, and it does. 2 in a row for TU Dublin, and that's a good response from them. 3-0 down, and they have got more than a foothold. After 8 minutes, they're right back in it. 3-2. Not that they were out of it, but you know what I mean. 3-0. Didn't look that good. Garda College playing well. And that's Kieran McCormick. Deep. Number 5 is Cooper. Under pressure. Coming to the rescue is Darragh O'Leary. Scored a lovely point yesterday, and it looked like he hardly even put much effort into it. Just beautiful technique. And is that a third? That's 3 in a row. Much better from TUD. And I think it was a number 11, which would be Tomas Kinsella. So 3-3. So we do have a game on. Really good response. And glad to say as well, 5 of the 6 scores have been from play. Good to see scores from play always. TUD's number 10 is Brian Hayes from Kilmacud Crooks, coming to try and tidy up there. Number 4 is Finn Murphy, but that's gone over him. Cian Boyle under pressure and blown for over carrying. And TUD delighted with that on their sideline right there. Delighted with it as well. They always love a turnover and making a player over carry. They'll be well aware of the threat as well from Boyle from yesterday. They'll have watched them, I'm sure. Put him up in the highlights clip. He was that good, but not given any room at all there. And it's the other 13 who's coming into the game a lot more now. That's James O'Brien, who took that and who scored 2 of their frees, and he puts it into Finbar Wardick. He's from the Jude's Club in Dublin. They feed this one back out to Kinsella. I think he got the last one, and he's got another one. That's 4 in a row for TU Dublin. What an excellent response. After going 3-0 down after 5 minutes, they've turned it around, 4 in a row. You see it again. Nice score. Good distance on that one from the goalkeeper Darrell Ryan. But it's all about the break. The breaks in the first 5 minutes all seem to go to the Garda College, but TUD are getting stuck in, and that's O'Brien. And he has won the free for that challenge, but he also went in and used his strength there to win the ball. So it's brilliant play from O'Brien. Never mind taking the scores, they can always look nice, but he went in there and did the dirty hard work in there to win that. That's what you need. Well, I'd say after last year, they're well motivated. 2 years, in fact, TU Dublin have lost in the final. 2023 they lost to MIC Thurles, and last year they lost to Garda College. And that's number 7, Cian Brown, driving that. It's not going to be a score, but on the break, who's going to get there? TUD have really got stuck in the last 5 minutes or so. Number 12 is Kieran Regan trying to get that one. He's one of the Bunclody players from Wexford. Does well, and yet they're winning a lot of the scrappy, dirty 50-50 ball in there, and it's making a difference. But that's Ronan Malloy first to that one. A little bit of room as well. He just drills it right down into the full forward area. And that's a full forward indeed. Kieran Kerwin coming out. So they'll be a little bit surprised the last 5 minutes or so after leading by 3. And that's another wide. And do you remember they had a wide just before the 4 points came as well? Maybe they thought they were able to be a little bit relaxed at 3-0 up, but they know now they're really in a game. And there's the 21 I was telling you about for TU Dublin. That's Brian Dunn giving it back to his goalkeeper. A little 1-2. So they get the extra length in it and put it right into the heart of Garda College defensive areas. Now, this is where TU Dublin have been winning a lot of ball the last 5 or 6 minutes, getting in there and scrapping for it and winning it. But this time it's a Garda College with Cooper. Cooper comes out with it, and he gets it to Dara Dooley, Kilkenny man. Now, is that one going to spill through? In fact, there's a chance here because number 17, Dylan Walsh, is through on a one-on-one. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. Now, it might end up in the net still because Kerwin is there, but it's blocked again by the goalkeeper. Fantastic play by the goalkeeper. 2 blocks by Derry Mahan from Bunclody in Wexford. Now, Kerwin tries for a 3rd time, and at the 3rd time of asking, they do get a point. But what about those saves? Looked certain to be a goal. A one-on-one. Walsh right through, and here's the first save. Well, it was one defender came in and blocked, but at the same time it had to be saved. It got past him. Brilliant save. But look at the second one. It's arguably more impressive. He dived at it there, and he's in mid-air and saved it with his body. That's fantastic goalkeeping from Derry Mahan for TU Dublin. Right down in front of me here. This game has just gone up a level, hasn't it? This is the number 7, O'Brien from Loughrea, and they get a free. Wow, well, that's really livened things up here. Have you seen a double save like that recently, or as good as that? Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I think it's a factor of losing the last 2. I mean, the way they're going for it now, TU Dublin, and the way the goalkeeper went on that, as if his life depended on it. Brilliant save, first of all, a traditional sort of save, now an excellent save, but the second one was all about commitment and putting his body on the line. Yeah, things are definitely heating up here. I was going to say early morning. What time is it now? Yeah, we're at midday. It's high noon. 4 points each. Have we adjusted our score? Yeah, we're just checking the scoreboard on the ground here. I thought it was 4-3. It's 4-4. Of course it is 4-4. They got the equalizer a minute ago. That's it. 4 points each. I was thinking about the saves, but of course he did get a point at the end of it. So a really good start to this game. As we reach midday and the end of the first quarter in the game, chance for Garda College to get back into the lead. When you see a team lead by 3-0 after 5 minutes, you do sometimes fear this could be one-sided, but far from it. He's really taking his time here, but eventually Walsh drills it. Has he made sure? Well, the extra time was worth it. Good score from right over on the sideline there. 5 points to 4, and Garda College go back into the lead. So a bit strange in the scoring. 3-0 up, 4-3 down, and now they've got the last two to lead 5-4. And those players sliding almost into our commentary area here. Great to be up this close and seeing the speed and the commitment of the players and what they're having to cope with. The conditions a little bit slippy on the pitch, as you'd expect. He's grabbing a bit of grass there to put the luminous green slither on it so we can get a good connection. It's Ronan Malloy. We'll hear it now on our microphone as well. We turned up our sideline microphone there so that you could hear the crisp connection, and it was a crisp connection from Malloy. The centre half back is the captain, Ryan Malone. Dispossessed though, and Kieran McCormick trying to take advantage. Has he got a score? No, it's gone wide. 5-4 it remains. And that one's drilled right up the middle. And TU Dublin haven't had a lot of success with this kind of ball. And they haven't again, because the guards come away, and it's Mark O'Connell. He's a Corkman, number 4. Drills it in, looking for the dub Castle Knockman Boyle. And on the break, that's Walsh again, number 17. He's been everywhere and very, very busy. McCormick pops it out nicely to Malloy. Oh, but stolen away, has it? No. Hayes, at the second time of asking, they do manage to get it to James O'Brien, and he drills a nice ball down to Conor Heary, who's on the run, the Kilkenny man, and he's put it over beautifully. That's a great score by the number 5 from O'Loughlin Gales, and it makes it 5 points each in TU Dublin, giving Garda College as good as they get. Walsh is down in that corner, but so was Malone. TU Dublin playing it nicely instead of just drilling it high. They're trying to get it through the lines, but didn't stick when it got as far as Wardick. And that's going to be a Garda free. So 17 minutes gone. Very interesting game. Hope you're enjoying it on the live stream. I'm just checking there on the live chat on YouTube to see everything's okay, and there's a decent audience watching the game. Of course, the Fitzgibbon Cup is later on, but this is the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup, which is just a level below that. I don't like saying below, though. It's still a very, very high standard, but you know what I mean. It's level 2, if you like. A lot of these lads could easily play Fitzgibbon. That's nice soloing there to make a little bit of room for himself. And they're trying to arrow the ball a little better and get a good bit of direction and make it easier for the forwards now, TU Dublin, rather than just pumping it up high. And they have got a bit of room here, and it's Heary again. Well, he could have taken his own score there, surely, but he's maybe thinking goal, and they might get a goal. Oh, it's not saved, but they might get another chance. They do have another chance, and eventually it goes over the bar. Well, they could have taken their point. They decided to go for goal, and you always have to admire that. They get their score in the end, and at least they get one out of it. And there it is. And he knows himself. His little jump there showed that he knew there was a goal on there. But they have at least got the point, and they go back into the lead, TU Dublin, and they're starting to work their way. And as I say, tactically, they're starting to play the ball a little bit more deliberately to players in space and a little bit shorter game. And it's working for them. The referee says the player has to come over here. Is it a blood sub? And it's number 13, O'Brien. Yeah, I think he's maybe got a bang in his hand. Yeah, and there's a bit of blood around his jersey as well, but nothing more than a war wound for a hurler. He'll be absolutely fine. And Jimmy Malone on the live chat says Conor Heary's part of Derek Ling's plans. Great carrier of the ball and great scorer. Yeah, well, he scored one a minute ago, and he could easily have taken another one, but he was unselfish there and was thinking goal. Interesting mentality. Oh, that's beautifully taken for Garda College, but TU Dublin have won it back very quickly. It was good work by the captain, Podge Delaney, I think it was. Or no, it was the number 18, actually. It was Declan Hayes. But robbed back by TU Dublin. Here comes that man again, Hayes. But Keith Dervin for Garda College gets it to Dara O'Leary. And now they go down the left-hand side, and that's beautifully taken by McCormick. He's popped up there right into his hand. And has he finished as well? He has. Lovely score there. It was all about the pinpoint pass. Nice finish by McCormick as well. 6 points each. 12 scores in this game, and the vast majority of them have been from play. We've seen a lot of really good hurling here in the first 20 minutes. And where's that one going? Wide. Hadn't been too many wides. Darrell Ryan, the goalkeeper from Rosscray. Good distance again, but these breaks are what it's all about. Who's going to get in there and win it? That's O'Leary, and he does brilliantly from Watergrass Hill and Cork, and then just looks, you know where he's looking for. He's looking for Boyle. It's that connection between the two of those, and it's going to be a free in. You saw a bit of a tug in the shoulder there, and it was Walsh, I think, who was fouled. So a chance here for Garda College to get back into the lead. I watched the game yesterday, and you could see the two main men, Darragh O'Leary at 11, Cian Boyle at 13. And when they link up, there's danger for TU Dublin, for anybody. There was danger yesterday for Ulster University, although they did come right back into it and only lost by a point. So they came very close. Joe McLaughlin came on, cushioned all man. Got a great score near the end, and they nearly got there. So not a great angle, but for a free taker, shouldn't be too much trouble. He drills it accurately. 7-6. And now there's a player coming back on wearing 9, but I think, is that O'Brien coming back on? He had the blood on the jersey, so he's come on. And I haven't seen the number 9, Sean Ryan, so far, so I think he didn't start. So I think that's James O'Brien coming on now wearing 9. He was wearing, or not James O'Brien, who am I thinking about for TU Dublin? Yeah, it is James O'Brien, so he's wearing 9. So it was, yeah, of course, I've figured it out now. I have figured it out. So yesterday the number 9 for TU Dublin was red carded, so he's not playing today. So I think that's why he has taken the number 9, not Sean Ryan. He's the Garda College number 9. So here he is now wearing 9, James O'Brien. Clean jersey. So he's come back on. He had to go off the blood sub, and he's back on now, and he's had a great game so far. So he was wearing 13 and now he's wearing 9, just to clear that up. Free for Garda College, which Walsh will take. Now you remember a few minutes ago we put one over from right over on the other side in front of his own teammates, subs. Now he's having to do it a little bit of a different atmosphere this time because it's in front of the TU Dublin bench. Can he do it from here as well? Watch the technique. We're right behind this one. No, it's going to the right and hits the top of the ball stop over to the right. Remains 7-6, 23 and a half minutes gone. It was a big ask, to be fair. And goalkeeper is Derry Mahan. Highlight of the first half was probably his 2 saves. This is Liam Garrigan for TU Dublin, and they've got through. It's Tomas Kinsella, the Wexford man. Look at the pace, and there's 3 or 4 men around him, and he still gets it, and he still gets his goal. Brilliant goal, first goal of the game, and what a drive. What a drive from him right through the middle. He had serious intent there. As soon as he got it, off he went. 3 men after him. They couldn't catch him. He didn't get the cleanest of connections. Another challenge came in, but he did enough. Brilliant goal for TU Dublin. They lead 1-6-7. Well, that's livened things up. First 5 minutes they went 3 points to 0 down, but since then they've scored 1-6-4. That's the first we've really seen from Kinsella. So TU Dublin lead by 2. Remember, they've only won this competition once, and that was as DIT, Dublin Institute of Technology, way back in 1994. So 31 years since they've won it, and they've lost the last 2 finals. But you can just see at times today they're playing with an intensity that comes from losing 2 finals and not wanting to lose a 3rd final. Goal by Tomas Kinsella. Super goal it was. That's Walsh again from that far sideline, a little bit further back from the one that he scored, and that's going to go to the left and it's going to go wide. First 5 minutes or so they were scoring great scores from play, and Cian Boyle was causing havoc. He had a lot of room, but since then they've only scored 4 points. At least 1 or 2 of them were frees. Just having the same freedom. TU Dublin have really tightened up. Good distance here, a 1-on-1. Can they get it? TU Dublin's number 7 diving in at that. That's Cian Brown. Comes back out for Heary, who's had a super game, the Kilkenny man. It's a lovely ball across as well. Now serious pressure, but TU Dublin managed to get away, and it's Brown with the effort, but it's going to go to the left and wide. 4 minutes to half time now. 2-point lead. You know this is going to go all the way in the second half. Actually, it's a free out the field, and that's good refereeing actually by Niall Malone, because there was definitely a foul there and he let it go and he's brought it back. So a second chance, and it's James O'Brien wearing number 9 after having the change of jersey number because there was blood on his number 13. This is O'Brien from Foz in Dublin. Scored a few good points so far from frees and from play. Is this another one? Right in front. Leans back a bit, and I'm not sure if he got that right. Yeah, he has got it right, just about. 3-point lead then for TU Dublin, and I think in the balance of play, apart from the first 5 minutes, you've got to say they really deserve it. Checking on your YouTube live chat comments. I know you all are invested in this, and you know your players and you know your hurling, so I definitely welcome your comments as a hurl goes flying in the air there. Paul Cody says good ball winning ability by Conor Heary for the TUD goal. Shows his inter-county class. He's unreal in the air. Derek Ling needs to get him back. He certainly started well here. Number 3 going over there for Garda College, you see. It's Mark Carey. He's from Nina. Garda College just lost their way a little bit. Good connection from the sideline cutter. Was it a free? But can't see from here. But Garda College have a chance here, and it is Walsh, and off he goes. Slips it to Cian Boyle, and Boyle should finish, usually does, and that's better from them. I'm just thinking now, probably the key point in the first half, never mind the goal, the key point was probably the double save by the goalkeeper of TU Dublin, Derry Mahan, because at that point it would have taken Garda College away. But not only in the scoreboard, it really lifted his team, I think, and they all responded. So that was the motivational, inspirational moment in the first half by the goalkeeper. 2 saves. And it's TU Dublin now leading by 2. Last 2 minutes of the first half. So it's going to end up at half-time pretty close, and we're going to have an exciting second half here. Was that a trip or something there? They're not happy with that challenge, but the referee not getting too bothered about it. Let's get on with the game, lads. Garda College looking to take it quickly, but they can't. Goalkeeper's coming out to take it anyway. Referee making him go back to the right spot. The linesman on the far side, Eamon McSivna, as well, playing his part there to make sure it was taken from the right place. It is important because the goalkeeper will drop this in and around the house, you would imagine, a little bit further forward, and he might have been pointing it. It's going very high, and it has gone over the bar. Well, it didn't matter how far they put it back, because Darrell Ryan was up to the challenge there and has put it over. That's a monster effort. And it's a 9th point for Garda College. 1 in it now. Great score. Good response by them over the last couple of minutes to the goal. They're starting to win these balls around the middle again, and that counted early on. And Sean Wiley, that was number 6, he's the Clare man for Garda College, driving that one down the line. But TUD have managed to turn it over, and now they will try to drive it down the line, and they're looking for Wardick, the number 15. But Mark O'Connell's having a good game there, and he gets it to Wiley. That's from Cork to Clare, and then a monster effort down into the right corner looking for the Tipperary man, and just a collision there, just I think an accidental connection of the legs has ended up in a free for Garda College. Let's look at it again to see what happened. Yeah, he was looking up in the air and then he couldn't help himself and he put his hand up, and that's going to be a free, and it could well be the equaliser. And TU Dublin, after having that lead after the goal, it's going to be wiped out. It's Dylan Walsh. He's had a very busy first half. He's been involved a lot. Wearing number 17, but he started the game. From a tricky enough angle, but he's put over more difficult ones than that, and he's put over this one as well. That's Dylan Walsh from Ballingarry. Same club as Declan Hayes, number 18, by the way. And there is the half-time whistle, and we've ended at level after a very entertaining first half. We had the brilliant double save by the TU Dublin goalkeeper, and then the brilliant goal by the TU Dublin number 11, Tomas Kinsella. In between, Garda College started the half well and finished it well, and that's why we are level. We're going to take a break. Players seem to be staying out rather than going in, so I gather we'll be back. Usually that means in about 5 or 6 minutes with the second half. Welcome back. We have one team out, but only one at the minute, and that's TU Dublin. And I've been checking out the situation with the number 13, James O'Brien, for them. He is from the Falls Club of Dublin, has played really well in the first half, but he got a nasty hand injury there, and there was blood from it on his jersey, so he had to wear the number 9 from then on, and he's got a little bit of blood on that again as well, but that's just from wiping it. You see him out there in the middle of the field. He's wearing 9, but he is listed in the programme as 13. That's James O'Brien. Very good first half. Some referees will make you go off because of blood on your jersey. He's got blood on that one as well, but the referee was right beside him there, Niall Malone, and he was okay with that, so off we go again, and there he goes again, or tries to go off again. But that is the number 18, Declan Hayes from Ballingarry for Garda College, in the yellow helmet there, trying his best in the second half with scores level to try and get the Garda College into the lead. This is Ronan Malloy, and he swings that one, and is it going to do? Is it going to get over the bar? Just about sneaks over the bar, and they sneak into the lead at the start of the second half. The man from Tulla and Clare, good finish under serious pressure there. He got past one challenge, the other came in quickly, and he still got it away. Really good score for a 1-point lead for Garda College. They, if you're just joining us, are in the navy and blue, the split jersey. TU Dublin in the white, mainly white, with the green numbers on the back. The other interesting, well, a little bit nerdy, but interesting, we're talking about rules, by the way. The players up and down the sideline here have been warming up. You're not allowed to warm up anymore with a hurl, so they're running up and down without the hurl. It's good defending for TU Dublin, getting it to Cian Brown. It was good work before that by the 21, that's Brian Dunn from Raheny. TU Dublin really up for this challenge, not just because it is the 2025 Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final, but they've lost the last 2. Come back into this game after trailing 3-0 after 5 minutes. They've been playing very well. A lot of fine players out there. Now we can just about see over the dugout roof. Now we can't because they've gone behind it. So we'll wait to see what the decision is, and it's goalkeeper's ball. Down at that end with a brilliant double save by the goalkeeper for TU Dublin, Derry Mahan, in the first half, and a super goal as well by Tomas Kinsella. They have good pace when they can get going, but this is a pretty heavy pitch here, so tricky in the middle of February for that to tell. If they can get Brian Hayes from Kilmacud Crooks going, but Kinsella certainly showed pace, as did Conor Heary. But Garda College, some fine players. They've been winning a lot of the dirty ball around here, Garda College, this kind of ball. But this time it's TUD who won it. That was well read. He came in there, O'Brien, and dispatched it very quickly down into the corner, and says to the forwards, go for that one. But it's the Garda College defender coming out. I can't quite see over the bodies here, but that's definitely the number 10, Dara Dooley, and he wastes no time in dispatching it. Just give it the distance. You don't have to look up and see where it's going. Just puts it in there for the forwards and lets them go for it. This is the dirty ball I was talking about. This is the ball that has to be won, and that's Declan Hayes coming away with it for Garda College, and there's a hurl, nearly went to ground, but in the end it's Finn Murphy, the number 4, does well, and then cleared by Cian Brown. It's really gone up a level in the second half, and players driving it as far as they can, and there's a new intensity in the second half. It was good in the first half, but it seems to have gone up a little bit of a level. That was Shane O'Brien from Loughrea doing 7, doing well, but well blocked there. Liam Garrigan, number 8, getting stuck in there, and is this going to be a free? It is a free. Cian Derwin from Creve Kieran in Dublin, out by Parnell Park. And this should be an equalizer for O'Brien. Should be straightforward enough for the likes of him in a position like that. Just checking on the live chat, everything's okay. And everyone seems to be enjoying the coverage. Over 400 devices, that's impressive. And drilled by O'Brien. Be really surprised if he missed that one, and he hasn't. Puck out goes down the far side. All about the break again. It's Dara O'Leary on the break, and he takes it very, very nicely and gets a little bit of space for himself and angles a lovely ball across. Of course, he's looking for Boyle, and Boyle, though, has a lot of attention but still manages to get it away, and that link between those two has worked again and put Garda College back into the lead. It's O'Leary to Boyle, and they lead by 1. Puck out from Derry Mahan. Puts it down, and I think that came off the TUD man, and it did. So as I say, just checking on the live chat. Big crowd watching online. That's good to hear and good to see. Hope you're enjoying the coverage from the Connacht Centre of Excellence here in Mayo, in Beacon, not far from Ballyhonus. That's Cian Derwin from Kieran, if you follow. And I think that came off Mark O'Connell there, did it, the Cork man, or was it even a foul? The referee is blown. I think he gave a free. Yes, it's a free. Eamon McSivna coming in from the line to get the right spot. Slippy conditions, both players going to ground. And that's Eamon with the flag up, making sure that the free is taken from the right place. And O'Brien coming over to take it. Earlier in this competition, TUD beat Mary I quite convincingly, scored 4-23. Oh, he's taken that quickly, and he's just slipped it to Cian Brown. They're trying to work it rather than trying to go for a score from there. And that effort has come in from Richie Lawler. And has he got it in target? No, it's just gone to the right, and it's gone wide. Nice idea, but just didn't quite come. Yeah, TUD scored 4-23 against Mary I, and scored 2-22 against TUS Midlands. So relatively low scoring so far, just to 1-8. So far. Now that one dropped down under Cian Brown, but he took it beautifully and gets rid of it. Great play by the number 7. He's had a fine game. And that was Sean Wiley for Garda College, putting it in there, but it's the other number 6, Ryan Malone, the captain. But look at the pressure being applied, and it's going to be a free in as well. And Malone is not happy, but it was good work by Dylan Walsh. And Garda College lead by 1, and I think they're going to lead by 2. Talking about earlier results, the Garda College beat Queens 5-16. They scored against them, conceded 119 though, and they beat Carlow 211 to 21. In fact, they didn't beat Carlow, that was a defeat, and they beat Trinity 324 to 18 points. So it's going to be Walsh taking this one. And just proving the point I was making earlier on, I was told at half time, I've seen a few subs with their bibs running up and down the sideline here and not carrying hurls. As Walsh puts this over for a 2-point lead, 7.5 minutes into the second half for Garda College. Turned it round well after the goal, because the goal, I think, put 2 in it, and then another one for TU Dublin put 3 in it. So they've turned that around well, Garda College, on either side of half-time, and they've also made a change. Jake Cooper has gone off, and trying to figure out who they've brought on. Maybe see it in a minute. Let's follow the play. Now, this man's got lots of room. Cian Brown way over on the side here. Lots of time to take his effort, but he's just let that drift off his hurl to the right-hand side, and he was disappointed with himself there. He really should have aimed for the far side, but maybe he did, and maybe there's a breeze that's coming across and carried it, and he just didn't quite get enough, and it was from a fair distance as well. But that was an opportunity to get them back to a point, and you just feel at this point that TU Dublin do need the next score, but Garda College might get it instead. It's put in there. It's dangerous. Garda College 2 against 2 here, and they've got it to the right man, 2 men on him, but the referee has indeed spotted the infringement, and it's going to be a free out. But that was living a little bit dangerously from a TUD point of view. Goal then would have put real daylight between the teams. Now the goalkeeper, Mahan, gets good distance on it, and it goes through a few players as well. And in the scrap for possession, that's going to be a free out. The Garda College man getting the decision. Goalkeeper coming out to take this one. That's Darrell Ryan. We go down the sideline. And it's going to go over the sideline. O'Brien unable to keep it in. And I think he got an accidental connection there as well from the hurl of Kieran McCormick. That was sore, and he's already been in the wars. Is that his sore hand again that he got cut? No, I don't think so. It was just an accidental knock, but he's fine. Cian Brown then. Beautiful connection. Very clean connection. Gets good height and distance on it. Derwin goes for it to try and win it for TU Dublin. But every time the ball isn't taken cleanly, it's hard to get it back up again. There's always 4, 5, 6, maybe more players going for it. And again, they all go up for it. Who's going to win it on the break? It's Keith Dervin, Galway man, vice captain of Garda College, doing extremely well. Or was it the... No, actually, it was another number 2. Apologies. Sean O'Brien from Falls in Dublin, who did really well. This is Garda College now trying to clear their lines. Right on the line. Pressure being exerted, but he still get it away, or try to. No, it's blocked. Now they get it away, but where's it going? It's gone to Liam Garrigan, the midfielder from Lucan Sarsfields for TU Dublin. But again, it spills. And Dara Dooley didn't look where he was going. Didn't need to. Just get it up there as quickly as you can. And it's Kieran Kerwin battling for it. He's got a little bit of room here. Makes a bit of room for himself. Leans back. And he's got the score as well. Well, that came from the dirty work further down the field. Right on the end line, in fact, at the other end. And it resulted in a score that makes it 3 points in it now. 11 and a half minutes into the second half. And Garda College really digging this one out. TU Dublin really now need to get the next score. That's Derwin. He leans back, and he leans back. He's nearly over the sideline. Puts it in there. But it's an easy one for the goalkeeper. And this is Dara O'Leary. He likes to play deep, doesn't he? He's a really good forward, but he tends to play deep and has done right from the start of the game. He forages back there to get ball. Oh, what a beautiful ball. And nearly taken by Dylan Walsh in his stride sensationally. Just spilled a little bit. Ryan Malone from Coola, the captain of TU Dublin. That could be given away. In fact, it has been given away straight to Dara Dooley. But somehow it hasn't stuck. I suppose it's not that difficult to understand really in the conditions. The ball just has been a little bit hot to handle today, the way it bounces on this soft surface. So handling errors are understandable. And that is going to be a free in. And a chance now for TU Dublin just to end the rot a little bit. And just make sure that the gap doesn't get any further and just settle themselves down a little bit. And it was a challenge there by Shane O'Brien that was penalised. That's him in the yellow helmet. TUD bringing in a sub as well. Number 30, so time for fresh legs. That's Jamie Conroy, another from the Coola club. And the man coming off is Kieran Regan, number 12. Responsibility falls to James O'Brien again. 17 minutes to go. This to bring it back to 2. Has he got it? He needs this one. His team needs it. And they were right behind him there on the sideline, and they cheered that one all the way over the bar. 2-point game now, and TUD, well, what had they scored at half time? It was 1-7, so they've only scored 2 in the first 14 minutes of the second half, and that will hardly be enough to win a competition like this, so they need to improve that. O'Brien's already going over to take this one, fouled by O'Leary, I think it was, and maybe it was actually Kieran McCormick, because there's a bit of a set 2 between them. And the referee is actually going to bring it all the way forward, so it makes it considerably easier for TU Dublin. It's worked out well for them. And this could easily get it back to 1. Don't think he'd have put it over from the original position. So it's O'Brien again. from the Falls in Dublin. Same club as Sean O'Brien, the number 2. Same club as Niall Fitzgibbon, the number 32. Same club as Liam Mostyn, the number 28. Club right behind them. I'm sure they're watching and seeing if he can get this, but that one's gone to the right and wide. Remains a 2-point game. The wind is picking up now and again, coming across the field towards our cameras, if you like. So, and that sort of free, it would maybe take the ball a little bit more to the right, and it seems to have been what happened there. We are exactly at the 3-quarter mark. 15 to go, and it's still anybody's. And that's going to be a TU Dublin ball. He asked for a slither, and they threw a couple at him. It's like tennis at Wimbledon when they throw them, but he just needs the one. And there's another one, and the lady just appeared with the other one back now. He's just going to try and put that up nicely so we can get a nice connection, and he does nice connections. Wonder, can we turn the microphone up again and hear this crisp connection from the hurl? Boom. And it is a nice connection. But it goes to a Garda, number 11, Dara O'Leary. As I say, he likes to play deep. He gives it to Sean Wiley. That's Cork and Clare combining. And now they're looking for the dub. They're trying to get it to Cian Boyle. And a little bit of space there. And he gets a decision as well. A rash tackle there from behind. Unnecessary. And it gives an easy free to Garda College. And if Walsh can put this over, it will go back to a 3-point lead. And that will be considered a cheap one, I would say. It's a sort of Boyle needs in a little bit of space, diagonal, tough for the defender, but you've got to be disciplined. He was obviously keen to try and get in there, but a little bit of a connection that's always going to go in favour of the forward. And Walsh going by his free so far. I'd say this is more likely to go over than not. So Dylan Walsh from Ballingarry. And indeed he does put it over, and that's a 3-point lead now for Garda College. Mahan with the puck out. And it's Malone, Wiley rather, the number 6 it is, who got the possession there. And this is the area where Garda College have been winning a lot of ball. The dirty ball around there, and it's so telling because they're winning important possession. Now, something happened there, and it's the number 15, McCormick, who's down. And I thought it was very innocuous. It was a Cian Brown was involved there, but I don't think there was anything deliberate or malicious in there. Just a little bit of a accidental collision. I might be wrong, but certainly the linesperson has come in to talk to the referee, and in fact they are going to talk to Cian Brown, and it looks like they thought there was something more in it, so I think I'm mistaken. I sort of saw the end of it and it didn't look like much, or maybe it was just a tap, but Brown definitely been talked to here, and a yellow I would imagine, and indeed it is. Well, the officials combining there, communicating and getting the right decision in the end. The audience now up to nearly 700 devices. So we started before midday, but the audience has built, and that's a very decent audience watching this game, and it is a good game. It's an entertaining game. We've only 11 and a half minutes left of this Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final. Garda College haven't got a goal yet. They're looking for it, or even a point. Dylan Walsh, he drives it just over the bar. And in front of us here, Dara Dooley jumped in the air. He thought that might be going under. It's gone over. Let's watch it again. But it does mean it's a 4-point lead, and that's the first time in the game there's been that amount of daylight between the teams. There's a change for TUD, and they've taken off their captain, Ryan Malone, from Coola. Didn't see who went on, but I'll pick that up for you in the next couple of minutes. There's a 21 on there for TU Dublin. No, he's been on all the time. That's Brian Dunn. Let's go to the play. This is the area where TU Dublin need the Winmore ball, the dirty ball in there. They haven't won a lot of this. They've won it this time. Cian Durbin, and he's got away, and he's won his free, and that could turn out to be very important. It's a chance. They haven't flowed like they did midway through the first half. In the second half, they've only managed to score 2 points in nearly 20 minutes. And at least one of those was a free, maybe two of them. But this is a chance now. Now Derwin has got hurt in that. But it was that sort of courage that you need to win that sort of ball, to get the chances, to edge the team back in, and then maybe they can start to flow a little bit, might give them a little bit of confidence. Still well in touch, but 4 points, they don't want that gap to get any wider. And this, a chance to narrow it down to 3. And O'Brien looks good to me, and indeed it is. It's back to 3, 10 minutes to go. And the TU Dublin sideline trying to encourage their team to give it one big last 10. They've lost the last 2 finals, remember. Will that be a factor in the last 10 minutes? They need to turn this around. That's good work by the number 8, Liam Garrigan. And they get it out to Brown, who always seems to be in lots of room out here. Goes to ground and tries to feed it through, and does, to Conor Heary. He's got 2 men and he's got round both of them really well. Now they're still trying to get a hook on him. He's still going. He's going to need a little bit of help. That's brilliant by him. And he gets the free in. Referee right on the spot. And you see one little bit of courage by Cian Derwin a minute ago to get a free. And the next thing, they got another one. And now could be 2 points in it. And it's game on, the last 10. Over 700 devices now. The audience building by the minute, watching this game from Beacon in Mayo, the Connacht Centre of Excellence. We have the Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup final later. This is the Ryan Cup final, the level just below that. And it's O'Brien wearing 9. That's because he had to change his jersey. He had a hand injury in the first half, a little bit of blood from it. But as you can see, it has not been affecting his performance. He changed and took the number 9 jersey, and the result has been the same. That's 2 in a row for him. And we are back to 2-point game with 8 to go. And if you're just joining us, and it seems like a lot of people have, TU Dublin have lost the last 2 finals. Oh, that's a good score from distance, beautifully taken. And he can do that. Dara O'Leary, I saw him yesterday up close, and he hardly seems to tap the ball, but his technique is perfect, and he gets great distance and power, and that takes it out to 3 again. Dara O'Leary from Watergrass Hill. TU Dublin have it all to do again. They got 1 super goal in the first half. That's a great effort. He's put it in there. Actually, it's not a great effort. There was nobody there. Thought it might have been a bit closer than it was. Garda College clear their lines. Their goalkeeper is Daryl Ryan from Ruscrea in Tipperary. Their 14 is from Waterford. That's Kieran Kerwin from Glenmore. And this is the scrap. Who's going to get that ball? 7 minutes to go. The man emerging was the number 21, Brian Dunn. Oh, a slip again. Tricky conditions, and there's a bit of a drizzle now as well. It's a heavy pitch. It's tricky. It's typical colleges. Another ruck. Who comes out with it? TU Dublin need to come out with it. They do. Conor Heary does well. Room here for O'Brien. He immediately puts it into the forwards. It's a tough one though, because there's 2 Garda men there, but it's got over the line, and it's going to be a TU Dublin ball. 6.5 to go. Out to 3. They go short. Garda College come away with it though, and immediately dispatched into the forwards. And it's Boyle who got there first, but wasn't able to take it cleanly. And they try to get it out TU Dublin, but Garda College have got it back. Well, that was Walsh who did really well, and he feeds his fellow clubman Hayes, and there's a chance now for McCormick. And has he got it over and put it out to 4 again? He has. Well, the 2 Ballingarry men did really well there to scrap and win that back, and they stretch it out to 4. 18 points to 111 with 6 to go. Are Garda College going to get there and win it 2 in a row? Every time TU Dublin get close, it goes out a little bit more. And they win that one again. They've won maybe 70% of those kind of balls, and that's been so telling. Oh, that's great work by Walsh. Great pace, and he just got there ahead of Sean O'Brien. Oh, and that's a brilliant ball as well. He just wasn't able to take it the first time of asking, and it's gone wide. Kieran Kerwin there almost got in. That could have finished the game. Just over 5 to go. And you can sense a nervousness, a tension on the sideline. Beside us here, it's TU Dublin. They need something. Their centre half forward Kinsella got the great goal in the first half, gives it to Derwin. They need this to go over. The umpire leans back and says yes. The white flag goes up. They get it back to 3. This is agonising stuff for TU Dublin and their supporters, because he just keep getting close, but not quite close enough. But maybe, just maybe, there'll be a sting in the tail right at the finish. Garda College have sent in their number 19. That's Jake Dillon from De La Salle in Waterford to see if he can get them over the line. They have a 3-point lead as it is. They've gone out to 4, but never more than that. That now they might get back to 4. It's Walsh again. He's had a terrific game. Can they get a score? And it's a centre half forward. It's O'Leary, and they can. And it's out to 4 again. And they keep TUD at bay with another score. 4 to go, and there's 4 in it. Be interested who you think for player of the match. Who would you say are your contenders? Beautifully taken by Kerwin in the hand. That's brilliant. And the decision is a Garda College decision, though, I think. Few players still think they can play on, but it's coming back. So time running out on TU Dublin, and it looks like at the minute they're heading for a 3rd Ryan Cup final defeat in a row. No particular rush here, as you would imagine. Is that a change as well? Maybe a substitution? Here it comes. Now it's come out now, and it's Pudge Delaney now, the captain from the Harps in Laois, and he is looking for Cian Boyle. And Boyle does get out in front this time, and the defender this time stays off him, makes him work for it. Walsh though is looking for it, and he's got O'Brien, he's got Boyle aside him if he needs him. Doesn't. Yes. Oh, how did that not go in? And they can't believe it themselves. That looked bound to go in the first time and the second time, but it didn't. And TU Dublin stay alive. They have got in behind all through the game, but yet they haven't scored a goal, Garda College. Will they regret that? Will they rue that? Because there's been a goal at the other end, and if TU Dublin get a goal now, it really is anybody's in the last few minutes. 2.5 to go. 19 plays 15. TU Dublin needs something very quickly. So if you want to mention on the live chat here, who's your contenders for player of the match? For me, James O'Brien's had a terrific game for TU Dublin. But Garda College looked like they're going to win this unless something very dramatic happens here. And they've had a few star performers all over the field. And that one goes over. We're back to 3. 2 minutes to go. Is there going to be a goal right at the end of this? Are we going to have extra time? 58 minutes. 13 seconds. Haven't been too many delays either. Garda College nearly over the line. A bit of drizzle in the air here. It's gloomy in Mayo at the minute. And that one spills. Who's going to get it? It's anybody's. It's popping around there. TUD's number 4, Finn Murphy, battling for it, but under serious pressure. It's like the ball is like a hot potato. Nobody can get it. Trying to get it beautifully popped out to Cian Brown. He goes very short and gives it to Heary, and off goes Heary, and he is checked in his run, and that's going to be a free there. Number 18, Declan Hayes, got in the way. What it means, more importantly, is that TU Dublin, as we watch it again, can get the ball right into the danger area with 2 points in it. Do you stick or do you twist? Do you go for a point or do you try and get a goal? Now we're just checking our scoreboard here. We have it 19 to 15, 112 to 11, but it may be 19 to 113, which would be 3 in it. So we're trying to clarify that. I've just been told that maybe there is 3 in it. We've changed that in our scoreboard, but we're going to try and check it with a few people along the side here. Now, there's a bit of tension here because there's a player who is hurt down to our left off camera. Yeah, we've been told confirmation there's 3 in it, not 2, so apologies for that. I think there's a scoreboard here somewhere. Well, there is a scoreboard on the far side, but it's not been used, so hence the confusion here. But I think we're up to date now. There's definitely 3 in it. 3 in it. 19 to 113. That makes 3 minutes. Is there 3 in it? And 3 in it, yes. Okay, clarification. As we go into added time, there's 3 more minutes and there's 3 in it. Makes a difference, obviously, with 2 in it. A goal would have won it, but now a goal would draw it. Kane, or rather, that's James O'Brien, puts it in there. It's gone towards, it's gone over the bar. It's got the distance. No, it hasn't. Goalkeeper does well, and he's going to get his free out. Darrell Ryan from Russ Cray with the important intervention there for Garda College. Last year in this final, it was the same 2 teams. A little bit of a lower score line. Not 15 to Garda College, not 10 to TU Dublin. So definitely today it's now not 19, so they've 4 more. 3 in it. 1 minute into added time. TU Dublin need possession here, but that's Podge Delaney, the Garda College captain, giving it to Dara O'Leary, and Dara puts it high in there. That might even go over. Is it going all the way over the bar? It's not going over the bar, but it might end up in a goal because the number 20 is in there. That is Diarmuid Leahy from Tipperary. Wasn't quite able to get there. Liam Shockman from St Anne's in Wexford is the number 3 for TU Dublin. They're trying to clear their lines, but they have a long way to go. They get it to number 19. That's Jake Dillon. Is there one last bit of drama here in the 62nd minute of the game? The Garda College defence has done really well, particularly in the second half. They've only conceded 6 points in the whole of the second half. And they've got it in there, though, and the goalkeeper comes out. He has work to do. And he does well. He's a cool customer in there, not phased at all, but a goal then would have probably taken us to extra time, and that's a crucial decision. It's a free out. And Garda College get the decision. TU Dublin have put up a terrific effort today, but it looks like Garda College are going to win this for, I make it the 5th time. 1995, 2017, 2020. When Ronan Maher was a captain. Pádraig Maher in 2017. So 63rd minute now. The goalkeepers come out to take this, and they've eaten up a little bit of time, but Darrell Ryan in no rush at all. He's going to just put it in there, put it in the mix in the 63rd minute. I hope the ball stays down that end of the field, and of course if they get a score here, well, that definitely is the end, because then it would need 2 scores, and I just don't think there'll be time for that. Forced out to the side here. Kieran McCormick gives it back to Cian Boyle. Lovely little dummy, comes inside, lovely close skills, and pops it out to the number 20, Leahy. Back again to Boyle. Blocked down though, and there's a chance here because number 25 has it, and that is Conor Murphy, the Wexford man, and he gets a decision. Oh, we're into the 64th minute. Surely there's not going to be more drama at the end of this. Oh, and it's a little bit of gamesmanship there. And they are trying to do whatever they can to stop TU Dublin from getting up the field, but they've actually given them a little bit more advantage in terms of yards. So this one, right at the end, 63.5 minutes from the goalkeeper, Derry Mahan, is going to be put in and around the house. They need a goal to force extra time. It's gone in and around there. I think it's gone to the right the way they're all looking, and it's gone wide. They needed that around the goal area and somebody to get a connection. I think that might be just about it, surely. With 4 minutes added time played, that's it. Darrell Ryan, the Garda College goalkeeper. The way the referee is going, his body language suggests to me that it's all over And it's all over. Garda College have won it. They've retained the title, the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup, for the second year in a row, and they have deserved it. They've won it by 3 points. They dug it out with a very good second half performance. They had a lot of star performers who just had that little bit extra on the day. TU Dublin, you have to feel sorry for them. They played very, very well and so had some great moments, like the double save in the first half by their keeper and the only goal, which was a super goal. But as you see Sean Wiley from Clare coming out and shaking hands, it is the Garda College who have won the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup 2 years in a row. And they follow in some illustrious names, the likes of Pádraig Maher and Ronan Maher captaining them in the past. And indeed in 1995 it was a John Cooper from Wexford who captained them. So another title for the Garda College here at the Connacht Centre of Excellence, and you see what it means to them out there, and on the day they just had enough. We hope you've enjoyed the live coverage. We are going to split now to another pitch to bring you another live stream, because we're going to bring you the New York game against Southwest College in the football. So that's another live stream you can watch thanks to Higher Education GAA. But for now, from this one, it's goodbye.